Welcome, beer advocates and beer drinkers. And today I'm joined with my friend, Steve Murphy.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
As always, I'm Steve Trezza, and this is At the Party on Channel Trezinator. And we are going to be drinking Breaking Bud. I almost said Breaking Buds because we said Breaking Buds before.
Because we are buds. And we are breaking down this wonderful beer today and letting you know our personal review.
So Knee Deep Brewing Company is from Auburn, California. This is an American IPA. It's 6.5% alcohol by volume, and it's got pretty good scores on beer review sites. It's got a 4.15 out of 5 on Beer Advocate and a 3.92 out of 5 on Untappd. This is the worst looking bottle I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's got copyright infringement written all over it.
Can we get this up on the screen here? It just doesn't look good.
Well, you should never judge a beer by its cover.
You shouldn't, because it does have good reviews. So apparently it's good. So here's how we're gonna do this, Steve. Since you're new to beer reviewing,
please.
We're gonna pour it in these pint glasses that we have here, and then we're gonna look at it, tell the people what you think about it, what it looks like, and then we're gonna smell it to give kind of like an anticipation of what it's going to taste like, and then the best part is the tasting.
So pretty much what you do when you drink any beer.
That's exactly it. And then we're going to give it, and then we're going to grade it at the end.
Perfect.
So without further ado, I do not have my bottle opener on me.
Putting me on the spot here, Mr. Trezza. Let's see if I can get this first try, and if not, let's jump cut the shit out of this.
The key to opening bottle. Look at that. That was like expert bottle. It flew off and everything. So here we go. The pour here.
F for cover art so far.
Yeah, I'd say so too. One for you.
Thank you. Ooh, I can smell it from here.
It smells hoppy.
I might have to change before I go home.
I guess that's the bud. Oh wow, I spilled all over myself. So at first glance, I'd say it's yellowy. It's golden.
Does look like beer.
It looks like beer. It's a little bubbly, and it's a little cloudy.
Looks like I need a new prescription. It definitely looks like a beer you would see in a TV commercial.
It does.
Not like a shitty Bud Light, but like something that actually has some love put into it.
Agreed. The smell? Oh, wow, that's strong.
That smells like I'm gonna have to order an Uber home. Maybe a Lyft? What do you think about that? Are you an Uber guy or a Lyft guy?
I'm more of an Uber guy, but now they ask you to tip for Uber, when initially the whole thing was you're not supposed to tip for Uber.
Right.
And like Lyft was always tips, so I feel like Lyft is cheaper. Although I also haven't always been tipping recently because I'm so used to not tipping them, and I'm drunk most of the time.
Isn't that the whole point of a tip? If it's above and beyond, when they tell you to tip, it's not really a tip anymore. Just build it into the price.
Well, initially Uber wasn't taking tips. They were like, no, we can't take that, even though sometimes they tip them anyway. You ever get the Uber drivers that have like candy?
Are you sure you're taking an Uber?
This one guy I get in the back of the car, he had a full backpack of Twizzlers. He had a charger for whatever phone you needed, and he had water bottles.
Was there like a 6-hour span that you don't remember?
The whole night I didn't really remember, but I remembered the Uber driver.
Right. Good. Hopefully
anyway,
enough for a drawing. Anyway.
It smells like an IPA.
A little citrusy?
Yeah,
it's
definitely
got a little
citrusy.
Fruit smell to it?
It smells like it's going to be strong. And it's, what, 6.5%?
When do we jump in?
I think we can jump in.
Ooh, anticipation, it's killing me.
It's almost dank. Ready?
Dank.
Yeah.
Interesting word choice.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, my friend. Sláinte. Ooh. I could really see myself getting behind this.
It's a little powerful.
Not behind the wheel, but definitely behind this beer. This is one that's going to get a good night started.
I'm still like amazed by this bottle art here. Is he supposed to be a hop? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like, remember that scene in The Ring with the girl in the closet and her face is all shriveled up? It's kind of like that, but still goofier. It lingers.
It does linger.
The taste stays with you. Newsflash, people, the IPA tastes like an IPA. I'm glad we're all learning here today on the show.
This is what we do. We teach, and hopefully you learn.
Because that's really all we've done so far.
No, usually a lot of the beers that I have reviewed have like this label. They'll have like something on the label explaining the beer, but this one doesn't have it at all. It's just like, drink our beer. Look at this weird guy. I'm thinking it's called Breaking Bud because of the hops.
I'm going to go out on a limb here too. I think maybe they're fans of the hit AMC show Breaking Bad. See, they changed one letter out.
Yeah.
What element is BU? Does that exist?
But something just fell in my house. I don't know what it was, but it was loud.
And we're not checking.
You know, it's also good to have someone else here because usually I drink this whole thing by myself.
Oh, that's lonely.
Yeah, and then I'm drunk by the end of the review too.
Now you'll be drunk and not alone. I like how the foam sticks to the sides. That lets me know that it's a quality beer. You don't get that from your American light beers, right? You get nice, clean sides the whole
my
time.
sides seem pretty clean, but maybe that's just because I'm just being rough with it and moving it around everywhere.
Yeah, you gotta be gentle with it. It's like a woman. Slow, gentle.
Not
Take your
all
time
the
with
time.
it. Well, maybe you're just a selfish drinker.
I'm getting a grassy taste out of it too.
I haven't had grass in a while. What does
Now,
that
if you,
taste
well,
like?
you know, like the fresh cut grass smell.
Ah,
Yeah. I'd say it's crisp.
I'd say it's a little bit more full.
It's definitely a full.
It's not overly carbonated,
Oh, definitely not.
but it's not necessarily flat. It's just a good amount.
Yeah, I feel like most beers are like that.
Sometimes like a Michelob or something like that, you know, it gives you that really carbonated
Well, that's kind of
flavor.
like seltzer-like.
Yeah.
I'd say it's perfect. It's kind of what you would expect. I do think it might be rated a little too high.
But you know those reviewers.
That's true.
They say things that no one can actually know. They say it has hints of melons and oak in it.
Does it?
No, but that's what reviewers always say. It's always strange things that no one actually tastes. They just want to make it seem like their palates are that much more distinguishable.
Yeah. I don't even know what it's got in it.
Hops?
Yep. It's got hops. Definitely got hops. Let's down the hash this. Here.
Cheers. That last sip really hits you. As you can see, the glass art, really impressive on this one. Can you
Not
look at
as
it?
much for me.
Always appreciate that. You know it's a good beer when you get good glass art at the end.
If you were to rate this beer from 1 to 5, what would you give it?
3.8. I didn't think it was exceptional in the sense that I feel like I've tasted beers like this before.
I agree.
So it didn't come out of the woodwork and really surprise me in any way. It wasn't too overwhelming. It wasn't one of those IPAs that you can only have one of. You could probably have maybe 2 pints and really feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.25.
So if this was a test, 64, that's failing.
It's not a test. I mean, like if you were to go with a 2.5 is right in the middle, that would be average.
Right.
So let's say it's a little bit above average. But it's not. It's up there.
If you're talking 1, that's like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2's like it's bad, but I'll deal with it. 2's like the Bud Lights and Miller Lights of the world, of the beer world. 3's like eh. And then 4, I guess, is good, and 5 is there's like no 5s. No, nothing's perfect.
I think it's safe to say, like we said before, this is a good beer to start your night with.
Yeah.
Definitely not one to end your night with.
No.
It's not going in the display case per se.
That's
Hard
because the box art looks like shit.
to hope this was intentional.
I would like to
Otherwise,
think so. It just looks like
It's poorly done.
I've seen that in the store before, like before I've actually bought it, and was like, oh. Because I kind of knew that we were going to review this, and I knew that you like Breaking Bad, and I was like, oh, I'll get this, and I'll review it with Steve. But like, I've seen it a few weeks ago, and I was like, what the hell is that? I mean, I know don't judge a beer by its cover, but I mean, just look at it.
Yeah, let's just say Knee Deep Brewing Company is not knee deep in graphic design talent.
So if we average that out, you gave it a 3.8, I gave it 3.25. Steve, quick math, what's that?
3.5 and change.
Yeah, sure.
About a 3.5.
About a 3.5.
So Knee Deep Brewing Company, Breaking Bud, reviewed it with my bud, and we give it a 3.5 final rating.
Yeah, and I'd say it was tasty. It finishes strong, and it's got the cons. I guess would be just terrible art. I mean, that's not really a con for the beer, but unattractive.
It is though. Plating's important, right? Yep. So if you're looking for a safe IPA, something that you can dependably know that will taste fairly good, It won't upset you in any way, and you want to get your night started with a quality beer before you digress into whatever awful thing you drink around 2 a.m. This is where you're going to go. Yeah.
Next week, we will be drinking Anderson Valley's, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, Anderson Valley's Bourbon Barrel beer for Thanksgiving. Steve, will you be joining us for this Thanksgiving
gobble,
beer?
Gobble, motherfuckers, I'm in.
All right, so drink with us next week. Get the Anderson Valley Bourbon Barrel Ale. I think it's ale. I don't know, some type of beer. I believe it's ale though. Bourbon Barrel Ale. And you can drink with us and let us know what you thought if you drank the Breaking Buds with us. Breaking Bud. But we're the Breaking Buds.
Yeah, drink it with your buds.
Drink it with your buds. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought. And then pick up the Anderson Valley Bourbon Barrel Ale. I mean, we're drinking it for Thanksgiving because it's aged in wild turkey barrels, which, you know, get it? Wild turkey.
And don't forget, subscribe to this channel on YouTube if you haven't yet.
Thank you for the housekeeping.
Of course.
That was coming next, but I didn't need to do it. So yes, subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully we'll see you next week. And check out all of my other videos because, you know, they're fun. So yeah. With that, Steve, anything else?
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem.
It was a pleasure.
Well, you're not leaving yet. I mean, you're leaving, but you're coming back.
I will be. See you next week.